Are you guilty of this key mistake? So many people trying to outrun a bad diet. Are you currently doing endless cardio on that hamster wheel, trying to outrun a bad diet, and you're not seeing the changes that you want to see in the mirror? You haven't got that lean muscular physique that you're looking for. In today's video, I'm going to tell you why you need to start ditching that cardio, fixing your diet, and how to get the body that you've always wanted. Reminder to drop the video a like, subscribe for more content if you're new around here. Now let's get into the video. So, cardio or weights for fat loss? I see why people think at the start that you need to do cardio because you're going to burn more calories and therefore that's going to offset more of the food and that's going to get you quicker results. But it doesn't work like that, because if you think about how you actually sustain a body for the long term and how you actually develop a lean muscular physique, you have to have built some muscle mass. Now, if you just gradually reduce your calories and do endless cardio to the point where you get lean, you're not going to have any muscle built to actually show for it. Therefore, you're not going to look as lean and muscular as you actually think you would when you get down to that low body fat percentage, right? And the problem is that cardio is great for conditioning. It's great for cardiovascular health, for improving our lung capacity, for heart health, etc., and obviously for releasing endorphins and making us feel good. It's really good for mental well-being as well. What cardio won't do, and what a lot of people won't tell you in terms of HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training, things like that, it's not very efficient at building muscle, and it's incredibly difficult to track progress on things like HIIT workouts over time. If you're doing 20 burpees in a set, where are you going to progressively overload and improve from? You're going to go to 21 burpees next week, 22 burpees the week after? Where is the room for improvement? HIIT does not create the body composition changes you're looking for, and it's not optimal for building muscle. So these are my recommendations for what you should do to fix this. I would say focus 75 to 80% of your time on lifting weights and improving your lifts in the gym. If you're not currently doing any weight training, then you can pick a full body program online based around some key movements such as the squat or leg press, a deadlift variation, so a hip hinge, a rowing movement, so a horizontal pull, a vertical pull, so a pull down or a pull up, a chest press, which is a horizontal push, and a vertical push being a shoulder press variation. These six key movement patterns should be, some of the foundations of any good training program. And if you're not currently doing any weights, I would advise you to try it with two full body workouts per week based around these key movements. Go to 3 when you can be consistent with 2 sessions per week, and gradually build it up over time. So if you think about the ratio of what you're trying to do, if you've got time to work out 4 times per week, I'd recommend you do 3 weights and 1 cardio. If it's 5, maybe do 4 and 1, etc. And this way you get the cardiovascular benefits from cardio, the conditioning and the positives of doing that for your general well-being, but you are prioritizing resistance training, meaning training with weights, body weight movements, bands, etc. Resistance training just means weight training, right? Essentially. So resistance training should be the priority, and progressing these key lifts that I mentioned over time. If you do this in combination with having a high protein intake at 2.2 grams per kilo of your body weight of protein per day, somewhere in that ballpark, 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight is absolutely sufficient, especially if you're a beginner. High protein intake, prioritizing weight training, any sort of program at the start is going to give you good results because all of the stimulus is new to your body. So providing the body with new stimulus, and it's going to adapt over time. So I promise you, if you ditch all of the cardio right now and you start doing weight training of any sort and supplement it with 1 cardio session per week for your general well-being, you're going to start to see better results. High protein intake, weight training, and progressively overloading and improving your lifts in the gym over time. Now, how does this help long term? This is because building muscle increases your basal metabolic rate, your BMR, which is how many calories we burn at rest. This is why you may be wondering, how can this guy who looks absolutely huge consume so much food and still stay lean year round? It's because they've built a significant amount of muscle. Someone who is 85, 90 kilograms carrying a lot of muscle is going to burn a lot more calories at rest than someone who doesn't have much muscle mass and is a lower body weight. It's really important for the long term that you build muscle mass in order to keep the weight off long term, and this is why it helps so much going into a fat loss phase later down the line. If you've spent years building a significant amount of muscle, when you come to do a cut to lose fat later down the line, your basal metabolic rate is going to be higher, so the number of calories you burn at rest is going to be higher. Your output during NEAT, so non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is a fancy way of saying walking, moving in your seat, any activity that is not part of planned exercise. So your output and the calories burnt during NEAT is going to come up, and your output during EAT, so your planned exercise, is also going to come up. So more muscle mass you have, the more calories you're going to start burning, and therefore the easier it is in a fat loss phase. I really hope this clarifies why your priority should be building muscle through resistance training, supplementing with cardio, if your goal is fat loss and improving your body composition, which is essentially building some muscle, losing some fat, and seeing those changes in the mirror that you're looking for. This is how you go about it for the long term. If you have any questions on this at all, feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section on YouTube or DM me on Instagram. Link is in the bio. More than happy to help you out if you've got any further questions on this. And reminders to like the video, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye.